Hi guys, welcome back to the Bon Bon V, aka the Good Life. It's your girl Dr. Yeti, and today I want to talk to you guys about toxic relationships. I've had a few videos on my channel talking about this, but I really want to show you guys and explain to you guys why you need to stay away from toxic relationships, be it toxic partnerships, business partnerships, friendships, relationships like romantic relationships, whatever the case is. Toxic relationships are not good for you. And the main reason why it's not really is because it really affects your mind. It affects your mentality. Once you leave that relationship, you end up becoming so damaged, so hurt because you remained in a situation that you didn't have to remain in. So, a lot of times, so I'm going to start off by talking about the damage that toxic relationships can cause, right? If you are in a toxic relationship and you feel the need to stay in it, you feel whatever urge, maybe you're being forced to stay in it, maybe you want to stay in it because you want to make it work, whatever the reason. While you're in that relationship, you are going to be so used to this toxic lifestyle that when you do leave that relationship, it's either going to traumatize you, that it's like if you see that you become you if you see a tiny bit of it, you become so traumatized and you get triggered, or you start to behave that way because you think it's normal. You think that it's okay to do these things. And you don't want to be in an environment that is going to essentially indoctrinate you into believing something is right when it's not, right? Another reason why being in a toxic relationship is not good is like while you're in that relationship, you start to sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes you start to retaliate in this relationship. Sometimes you retaliate in a way that is actually, no, all the time you are going to respond to these toxic behaviors. But in terms of retaliation, sometimes you retaliate in a way that is, I want to protect myself, so I'm going to shut down, right? And moving forward in your next relationship, you shut down anytime an argument comes up or a discussion comes up, or you know positive feedback comes up, because you feel like this person is attacking you in a way, so you shut down. That's not going to be good for your relationships moving forward. Another reason is another way of retaliating is you can try to do fire for fire, right? You toxic to me, I'm going to be toxic to you right back. That right there is a lot of people's demise. That is the beginning of the end. When you start retaliating in a fire for fire, I fight back. Whatever you say to me, I say back. If you curse at me, I curse at you back. If you cheat, I cheat on you back. When you do that, that becomes you. That becomes you. And the longer you stay in that relationship, it's going to be harder for you to go back to who you once were before that. Because you probably were never a cheater. You probably were never a liar. You probably were never, doing all these negative toxic things. And once you started to be retaliating towards this person, you start embodying this thing, right? And once you become this person, it's hard for you to turn back. And when you move on into the next relationship, you become this toxic individual, you become this toxic person, and it becomes hard for you to take that back. And you would have to go through a lot of therapy to become who you once were, to become a healed version of yourself. Now, a lot of times, toxic people are, they're going through their own torment. And I don't want to bring up demonic possessions or spiritual entities that are attacking these people, but a lot of times that's what it is. They are being, I don't know if it's possessed by demons, or they're being, they're working through demons, because They want to steal, kill, and destroy. So as they're destroying this person's life, as they're this host that they're working on, this person that's being toxic towards you, as these demons are working to destroy their lives, they are working to destroy the lives of everyone else around them. So you come into their lives and they're like, okay, this is another host that we can work on. They will try to destroy your life as well. So they do these things on purpose. Sometimes they do these things because they want you to literally respond that way. They want you to retaliate back. They want you to act out. I was in a relationship with this guy, right? I wouldn't even call it a relationship because it was just so bad. And this guy, he was a very, very successful doctor. He was a good-looking guy. He was just doing well for himself. And he would always do things to try to get under my skin. And for me, I'm the type of person, it takes a lot to get under my skin. And I could tell at the time, I could tell that he was working to get under my skin. He would do things, he would say things, he will just be a very toxic person. And I was so naive, I couldn't see it, right? Until one day he told me, he was like, why don't you ever let me know how you feel? Why don't you yeah, it's okay to curse at me. You know, it's okay to curse me out. Like, if you want to, you should. And I was like, I don't want to though. I don't really have any feeling of cursing you out. Don't get me wrong, you are getting on my nerves, but I don't have that inclination to say I want to curse you out or I want to get mad at you. And I could tell that he was taken aback by that. But he wanted me to get into that state. He wanted me to be upset. He wanted me to be angry, to lash out. And let me tell you something about the enemy. This is how they get to you, right? Once you are in a state of anger and you lash out, you open that door. You create a crack or you open a big window for the demons to attack. This is where they have power because you have that wrath now, right? You let wrath get in the way and now you're angry and you're upset. And on top of it, you go to sleep angry. When you go to sleep angry, that is even worse because you open the doors for these entities to really come into your life and attack. And when they attack, that's when your toxic nature starts to come out. Okay, and I wouldn't even say it's your nature. That toxic nature, that toxic entity comes in and just blossoms in you because you have opened the door. You have given it leeway to excel in your life. And people don't see that it's a spiritual war we are fighting. So while you're here trying to, oh, I don't want to be, I don't want to leave this person. This person cares about, no, this person does not care about you, because if they cared about you, they would not be living, treating you in a toxic manner. Some people grew up in toxic environments and they start to believe that love is equal to toxic nature, like toxicity. If, oh, you know, my mom loved my dad and she used to curse him out all the time. Well, that's not okay. You shouldn't be cursing out the person that you love. You shouldn't be cursing out your partner. You shouldn't be talking down on them. And a lot of people grow up seeing that, and it becomes normal for them. Like, oh, you know, if I didn't love you, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't curse you out. I wouldn't hit you. I wouldn't do this and I wouldn't do that. They themselves have this belief that they need to rewire in their mind, because they are leading the people that are coming into their lives, the partners that they're making, they are leading them down the path, down the path of destruction. So I say all this to say, you guys, there's so many things in this world. There are so many people that we can choose to make our friends, to make our partners. There are just so many choices out there, and you choose to be with a toxic person. That is your burden to bear, because you chose this person in your life. There are so many people in this life, and you should be okay with being alone. If in order for you to be able to have a healed mind, to be sane, to have a sound mind, is to leave this person alone and to be alone by yourself, you need to do that. Okay? You need to cut this person out of your life, because they are going to lead you down the path of destruction. Because right now you have hope. There is still hope for you. There is still hope for you. But if you continue to stay in this relationship, in this friendship, in this job, in this partnership, whatever it is, you are going to be heading down the path of destruction. And anyone else that comes into your life, your future partner, future friends, it is going to be so hard for you to maintain those healthy relationships, because you no longer know what healthy means. You don't know what it is to be healthy anymore, because you are so jaded by your previous relationships. So please save yourselves, save yourself the hurt, save yourself the trauma, save yourself the loss of future relationships, and get out of this current toxic relationship that you're in. But I'm sure you guys, I'm sure this message was meant for somebody, because, it's easy for some people to leave these toxic situations, and they just choose to stay in it because they feel like they don't want to be alone, or they feel like this person loves them, and, or this person is a good person. They just have these bad character traits. No. There are a lot of people in this life that are good people and have good character traits. You shouldn't choose to be with people that have bad character traits just because you think that they're good people. They are not good people. They need to work on themselves before they can get into your life, because they are at this level right now. They are down here and you're up here, and you're sitting here trying to fix them, trying to work on them. I'm going to heal them. And you bring yourself down here to meet them, to meet their toxic nature, and sometimes they might be willing to work. They might be willing to work it out, and you're up here, right? But then you have to come down here, and they come up, but you meet them halfway. Some people it might be worth it for, but I'm not going to lie to you. If somebody is not working on themselves actively, if somebody is not healing themselves and trying to be better for themselves, there's no reason why you should try to meet them halfway, because you're coming down to meet them while they're coming up to meet you. You don't want to do that. Okay? Unless it's someone that really is worth it, I don't think it's okay for you to do that for someone you just met a couple of months ago, a couple of weeks ago, a couple of years ago. Okay? So anyway, I hope this message was for somebody. I hope it resonated with you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Because if you know someone, because I'm pretty sure you might know somebody that is going through this right now. Because I myself know somebody that's going through this right now. And I'm going to send this to her. But if you know someone that's going through this, either share my message to them or share my video to them. Let them know, hey, listen, this person is leading you down the path of destruction. Be careful. Okay? But it's nice talking to you guys. I hope to see you guys again. Bye. Love you.